Mark for Ace. Hello. Why did I start off like that? Hello, hello, hello. Hope you all are well. Hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are feeling yourselves. Yeah, today is a good day. Today is a Moon Monday. Always a Moon Monday, but you get it. Today is a good day because we are deciding to make it a good day. We're choosing. That's where we're placing our energy. That's where we're placing our emotions, our thoughts, people around us. It's a good ass day. We're gonna be around people that want a good ass day. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you are new, we do a weekly reading every Monday for the week. So that way we can kind of get a synopsis, and then we come back here on Wednesday for a check-in. Then Friday we do a weekend. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with our proverb for the week. Got the door open, the incense lit. Yeah. It's that moment where you're like, okay, what do I say? This is the start. But we're just getting prepared, you know? Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to read. Thank you for allowing yourself to take it in, receive the messages that you need. And I thank Spirit for allowing and using me. That was a good, fun process. What do we have for the week for the collective spirit? Anything else? Okay, there it is. We have 24 and 48. Take that and double it. Huh? Taking shit and doubling it? So that was going on. So we have 24 and 48. We're going to go ahead and get into the proverb of what that means, what that entails, what that holds. It's supposed to be a lot brighter today. Surprisingly, it is not as bright as it needs to be, but we are okay. The turning point, which is 24. Above earth, below thunder. Thunder under the earth is the image of awakening energy of spring. Hold on. I'm going to start over, and I'm going to start over proper for you. You ready? Thunder under the earth is the image of the awakening energy of spring. Winter is a time for rest, and when that time is complete, there comes a turning point. When one is attuned to the cycles of nature, that turning point becomes apparent. So it is in the activities of humankind, which have their own turning points when success becomes more likely. Okay, so we're thinking about 24. We're at the start. It's that turning point. It's that shift. It's that, okay, this is how success happens. This is how the accumulation of it works out. This is the breakthrough I was looking for. This is the information I was needing. This is the, this is my manifestations in work in action, right? This is me saying my affirmations every morning, and now I'm actually feeling it without me even having to say it, right? It's just long lasting throughout the day. This is that turning point. This is me allowing myself to truly take it all in, and that is the turning point. The affirmation is the affirmation is thunder within the earth. The old makes way for the new. Okay. So again, it's that new start. It's powerful. It becomes apparent. There is no other way. There is no other options. It's like, oh, that's it. Or it's like, yes, that's it. Finally, the turning point. Okay? Success. Okay? And then we go ahead to 24. Okay. There we go. Okay. 48, which is the well. Above water, below wind, in parentheses, is wood. So civilizations come and go, but some things remain stable and essential. The well symbolizes the foundations of life that endure as outward social forms change. The wooden bucket is lowered into the water and drawn up generation after generation. So too does the spirit of humanity return again and again to draw from the well of divine wisdom. Okay? So again, it's that if this is the turning point, this is information that is leading to success, to longevity, to of prosperity, that change, that shift. And this is talking about that change and that shift, and how when that is implemented, it allows stability. It allows something to be drawn on even after you're not here, right? Even long before. So allowing yourself to pull from that wisdom, as well as also saying, I'm allowing myself to get connected with where I am, where I'm going, and my past, my ancestors, allowing myself to be connected with the universe, those around me, and what's going on, while still allowing that stability. And that allows me to also pull from wisdom as well. So all good news, all good things, you know. The affirmation for this is wood within water, inexhaustible life force. And without life, breath, air in our body, there's not much we can do. There's not, there's not much we can do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop on over and see what's happening in the life of career, finances, materials, things of that sort. Let's take a gander. Let's take a look. Let's take a ponder. Okay. Alrighty. What do we have for the collective? I'm hearing shuffle that one more time. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Gotta make sure. Okay. Spirit, what do we have? For the collective, for regards to career, finances, material, wealth, earthly matters. We got veiled, which means, birds just keep crossing my path. We have veiled, which is about information not quite there, which is funny because it leads up with air, which is about communication, which is about all means of communication, all matters and forms of that. It's about intellect. It's about that understanding. It's about that focus. And we also have psychic coming in. All right, anything else, Spirit, in regards to career, finances, material stability, and or forms? Might as well make a pyramid. Let's finish this out. It's not a pyramid, but you guys do what you do. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into your career, finances, money, and things of the sort. Okay. We have veiled. Veiled again is about not quite having all of the information needed and or necessary, right? It's a means of needing to dive a little bit deeper, tap into that area, which is finding out, researching, looking and finding the facts, the information, making sure that it all lines up. Make sure that you're communicating well, making sure that everything is solid, making sure that you have receipts. It's that means of that, right? And we're going to look at it word for word for what it is. We're going to go ahead and pull it up. It got wet in the rain, and I love that. So again, it's logic, critical thinking, facts, information, research, and reasoning. Okay? It is a means of right now, if something is available and you feel like you can't take a step forward, you don't have the information needed and or provided and or necessary for that, it's in regards to that something needs a little bit more information to dive into. So dig a little bit deeper into that. And sometimes that is just in a means of tapping into your abilities, which leads up to psychic. Right? Psychic is also about enhancing on those abilities, pulling in more abilities that you didn't even know that you were capable of once you allow yourself to just kind of that fresh air, breathing it in, allowing that new change, right? The new development, allowing those things to come in. So for your career, if you feel like, okay, why did this brand deal fall through? Why did this promotion fall through? Why did this show fall through? Why am I still in this spot at this moment? Why is this not working? Why is my commission slowed? Why have my clients stopped? Things of that sort. Or you feeling like, okay, why didn't this happen? Why didn't this go this way? Whatever it is, right? You feel like, okay, what's going on? It's a means of, okay, maybe I need to gather more information of self. Was I prepared? Was I ready? Was this even the right opportunity for me? Something else could have happened right after. You're like, oh, that's why they didn't work out, because they weren't even, okay. So it's a means of, again, just because I don't have all the information doesn't mean that it is not accessible to me. It's just a means of, in regards of tapping into that air and psychic ability of pulling into that and then expansion, okay? The next thing that we have is lucky. I love the lucky card because that means that it's like I said, it's going to catch that break. What 24 said, it's like catching that break. It's that turning point. It's that moment of like, this is what I needed. This was that push. This was that step, right? So allowing that in with the veiled information for 48 and allowing that stability of having that understanding entered when you get this break, when you get this turning point, this luck, this blessing, this manifestation and accumulation of your life, it allows you to understand that, okay, I am lucky, I am blessed, I'm okay. This is, it's like the horseshoe, right? So if horses are significant, things of that sort, it's a means of tapping into that, into the root of that, right? We have release as well, which is pulling up. I haven't been show you psychic or air. Sometimes I show the cards, sometimes I don't. It is what it is. My apologies. I thank you for blessing and working with me. But as we move forward and on, we have release, which is also a sight, but also with this card is also again about that abundance of cutting up your harvest and releasing what is no longer needed in the ground because it has grown, but also releasing what could be damaging to your ground as well. So releasing of both, making sure that you are letting go of what you need to let go for the expansion of it, and letting go of what you need to let go because it could be harming to the expansion of what you're trying to do. Okay? So again, if we're thinking about materialness, it's like, it kind of reminds me of the mindset, you got to spend money to make money, right? So when this comes in, it's a means of understanding, okay, I need to make sure that I'm using this in a way that it's also profitable in the long run, thinking about the well, that it can be used for generation and generations. So maybe I need to release the mindset of scarcity. Maybe I need to release the mindset of not actually ask for something that I deserve or going for a job that I know that I deserve or I can do. Again, it's a means of tapping into even more of the information, and sometimes it's just a means of tapping into the information of, do I have the capabilities of trusting and being in myself, right? And or is this even the right decision to make? So take that all in. The next thing that we have is past life, which I asked for a pyramid and they gave me a literal pyramid, right? It's a means of generations to generations. So tapping into where you were beforehand, getting in touch with your ancestors, getting in touch with your past lives, getting in touch with whom you were and why you are at this point, not in a means of going so far back that you stay there, but allowing yourself to stay present while being aware of the lessons, the information, the wisdom that you can pull from, right, as well. And it also as a means of connection, of being able to heal what they weren't able to heal, complete what they weren't able to complete, and in regards to that, and allowing yourself to serve to the highest purpose with less of none, okay? Which leads to affluence. Affluence is again things coming in, opportunities, abundance, wealth, rewards, prosperity, manifestations, affirmations. This is all coming in. So if we're thinking about in regards to career, wealth, material, it's again in means of, if it didn't happen that way, don't worry, it wasn't supposed to. Just tap into yourself and realize that it's going to happen another way, and it's going to be quite affluential for you. That is an affluential person right there. They always have opportunities. They're always on the go. They're always doing it. Whatever it is that you were seeking, it's coming back. And you are at the center point, the focal point of that, okay? Which leads us to nature spirits. We're getting a lot of green in here, which is about abundance, prosperity, grounding, roots, the heart chakra opening, expansion. So take that in and realize that and recognize that, right? Nature spirits is about getting even more connected with nature. So that way you can see how forever your life is expansive, growing, green, how connected you are to everything. How you can see a plant just growing from the cracks of the roots and just like, okay, it was able to make it, I can do it. Right? This person said no. This job said no. This opportunity said no. This collaboration didn't work out. Whatever it is, right? Being collective in nature is a realization that just because this tree didn't grow next to this tree doesn't mean that we're not still connected in the ways of rooting and grounding ourselves in what we need. So tap into that nature spirit, right? That continuously grounds you, and also opportunities of not limiting yourself and what you are capable of doing and receiving based off of your worth, which is limitless. So make sure that you are taking that all in as well, okay? So for the week, I'm going to give us the final card, which is fire. So for the week, just take it in. If you don't have the information, it's a means of tapping deeper, doing that research, being a little more logical, taking it all in, tapping into your psychic abilities, expansion on that, right? Because luck is on the way. We have to release what that's why. The fruit is starting to get, the tree can get weighed down if it bears too much fruit and it's not taken care of. And then it can fall, and then it's rotten and it's damaged. So make sure that you are ready to release the abundance that you already have, and you're being grateful for that and being acknowledged of that. So that way, again, you can bring it all in. Okay? We got fire, which is just that passion, that focus, that drive, that purpose, that sense of self and security in knowing that and being able to do that full force. So with this information come in, if you are looking for promotion, a job, more clients, and whatever it is that you are looking to expand on, it's a means of realizing. Don't limit yourself to the possibilities of reaching a goal just because you're trying to get that goal. Right? It's a means of recognizing that maybe I don't have all the information because I keep trying to access it only this way. Right? I'm a means of my resources. Am I relying on my resources as greatly as I can and as deeply as I should? Which is also a sense of my past life, myself, and also those around me. Right? That allows affluence because what I give is what I receive. That outpour, that expansion, that love, that creativity, also with the fire and also with the air as well. Okay, so taking that in, a realization for your career and how long standing that is. If you feel like something didn't work out, you didn't get off and you're confused, dive deeper into that. Expand on that, because that's realization of, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. You hear that bird talking? Expansion, baby. It's all an expansion on it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into there up. Make sure y'all communicating what y'all need to communicate, okay? Make sure y'all saying what y'all need to say, doing what you need to do, putting that action forward. The early bird gets the worm, the second mouse may get the cheese, but it's still poison cheese. You know what I mean? So wake up, get the worm, and go about your day, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and get into, let's see, we're going to do our emotions. We haven't done emotions in a little bit. And then I think that'll be a good range for us to see kind of what's going on for the week, for the Let's see if we can get some crystals or stones that you already have. And just understanding of where you are, what's going on, where you're going, how you're feeling, what you may not even know that you're feeling or thinking about, you know. So let's just take it all in. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective for the week? Some breath work, some meditation, some journaling. Take screenshots if you need to. Save those emails if you need to. Anything else, Spirit, for the week, for the collective? Anything else, Spirit, for the week, for the collective, before I close it out? There's a card in here. It's not these. It's a card in here. I'm gonna just pull it out. Here we go. Okay, call on something. Call on something. Call on something. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and also read that card first, especially since majority of our cards are a physical emotion. So you've been going through some physical pain, some physical ailment, just feeling like your body is drained, it's worn out, it's tired, it's aching, it's hurting. It's like nothing is really working. You're just feeling lethargic. You're just feeling, it's like your body is just overconsumed with a lot, and now it's starting to take that on even more. So again, it's that realization of physical emotions mean that it is our nervous systems, our bodies, our cells, this flesh, meaning that we utilize every moment of every day that we draw life on this plane, right? It's a realization that it also holds the capacity of holding on to things longer than we think we're actually holding on to them, right? So we want to make sure that when we are getting this new change, this turning point, this dramatic shift, this new way of allowing stability within our lives for a long, long time of long-standing success, and allowing that to tap even more in, it's the realization this is going to get me. There we go. It's a long-standing understanding of that if it is weighing on your physical body, and that is how your soul is moving right now, even though of course it can move in other ways, but just to be able to touch things on the physical realm, we want to make sure that we are being cautious of that. And I'm saying that because it looks like a lot has been weighed on the body quite a bit. So bless me. So the first physical emotion that we have is pain. The emotion of pain brings an awareness that something needs attention or a shift in order for growth to continue. Often, emotional pain can play on a loop that leaves us vulnerable to its consumption. Interrupting the pain cycle allows us to digest and move through emotional pain or heartache, right? Again, it's consuming us instead of us allowing it to consume. So allowing us to consume it, right? And then digest it, take what we needed from this lesson, from this heartache, from this loss, and this pain, from this whatever is going on, and then actually release it from our body, right? You ever will go to your mom when you're younger and like, oh, my back hurts, and they're like, you probably just need to fart, right? And it's that release of that pressure, that gas, that air. You're like, oh wow. And they massage it out, or you get a sibling massage it out, or you massage it out, and you just like, oh wow. Or you go sit on the toilet and release. But it's a means of sometimes when you're feeling pain in like your back, you're thinking it's like this big issue, or you're feeling pain wherever in your body, and it's like, oh, that can be a means of this, especially when it's saying it's a means of a shift of growth. And sometimes I was even reading the snake today just to do my study in itself, and it's that coiled upness in the bottom of your spine, right? So it's a means of, if you're feeling pain in certain areas, maybe it's a means of that needs to grow, that needs to awaken, that needs to evolve. And right now, with you holding on to something that is causing you pain, it's quite hard to grow in pain, right? At least in a way that is functional for the long term. Okay, so crystals or stones that help with this is hematite quartz, rose quartz, okay, as well as copper. So hold on to a penny. Pennies are still copper, I believe. So just taking again all of that in, and allow yourself to allow that. I'm feeling it, but if I hold on to it, it's going to cause pain to my body. Okay, the next one that we have is fearful. Fearful is a way of stopping you cold in your tracks, or causing you to do shit that is not going to be beneficial to you long run, because fearful is out of an emotion of something that is in regards to change or past things that are happening, or ego, whatever it is. So when we're leading that again and within the body, it's going to always feel like we're in survivor mode. We're always in scarcity mode. We're always in limited mode. We're always in this is the only way. We're always, it doesn't allow for growth, expansion, peace, gratitude, because you feel like there's not also much to be thankful for or happy for, because you're afraid of losing it or never having it, or the other shoe dropping. So fear can lead to a lot of things, especially on the physical body. Just there you go. Fear can lead to a lot of things, especially with this being a physical emotion. If that is how you activate it in the body, it just you're a little bit frigid, okay? Fear is a primal emotion that humans are programmed with to keep both safe and alive. But it is unique in that it can act as a catalyst or be detrimental depending on the situation and person. Its power instantly consumes the physical body and activates the flight response, but it can also have the opposite, more paralyzing effect. Again, where you don't move, you don't think, you're just like, you're thinking in a way of like, I always have to be protected, I always have to, and that hardens it, and that also leads to more pain. So things that will help are danbarite, fluorite, seraphinite, green calicite. Okay? So those are some things that will help you. Accepting. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Accepting is allowing yourself, again, that release of that actual introspection of allowing yourself to realize that I can't control this, I can't control this. this did or didn't happen. It allows true accountability. It allows true growth. It allows, again, this is all about growth. This whole reading has been about growth, that change, that turning point, that shift, that long lastingness. And it's hard to do that when you're not accepting of where you are. You're not accepting of who you are. You're not accepting of what you're done. You're not accepting of your environment. You're not accepting of what you can do, what you can possess, your truth. A lot of these things. And if that is a physical emotion of you, that can lead to insecurities, that can lead to bitterness, that can lead to jealousy. Because if you're not accepting all of those things, it can lead to that in a way of like, I'm never going to be satisfied. I'm never going to be happy. It's always, again, that scarcity mindset of always looking for something, longing for something, wanting something. So that can be going with relationships consistently and always like wanting to be accepting, wanting to be needed, needing to be seen, but not actually accepting and loving yourself first. Okay. So to go ahead and get into it, acceptance is the state of being fully aware of a situation or circumstance without trying to control, judge, or change it. Emotional acceptance is a cornerstone to redirect our energy and resources into a productive path. Helpful crystals for acceptance expand the ability to practice non-attachment and make peace with what is happening. Again, allowing that release, allowing that letting go, right? Allowing that change, that like, I am accepting of this. We can only control ourselves, right? Beautiful. So we have amethyst, hedionite, helidor, and kunzite. Okay. The last one that we have, again, is a physical emotion, is lazy. When your body is in pain, when it is feeling fearful, when it is that shift, that change, that evolvement happen, you having to accept things that have happened to get you to that point, because not everything is peaches and cream on a sunshiny day. It is not always like that. So is it a means of like, damn, that was fucked up, I have to go through this, I lost this person, I lost my job, I have to rearrange it. It's a means of having to accept all of that and release it. Right? And when that happens, it can lead to laziness because you're feeling pain in your body. You feel like you're holding all the weight in instead of digesting it and then pooping that shit out. You're feeling fearful of what could happen or couldn't happen because you feel like you lost something. You feel like you are just at a crossroads. Just everything is bad that can go bad, right? So you're feeling lazy. Your body just, like I said, lethargic, just don't want to do anything. It's tired, it's worn out, doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the capacity, okay? Typically, a lack of motivation can cause a feeling of laziness. And if perpetuated, it may unintentionally become a self-sabotaging behavior. As the pattern is repeated over and over, being lazy will suspend action and may cloud our sense of purpose. So again, it's that, no, that happened for a reason. And it sounds like such a, when I mean in the means of manifestation of losing something, gaining something, that not happening, the promotion happened, that not working out, it's in a means of, okay, why, right? It's in a means of, it becomes a self-sabotaging behavior that is a cycle repeated. So we're thinking about it in 48 of generation and generation of plethora of that. If that is a cycle that you are wanting to repeat, is self-sabotaging instead of realizing that I am feeling this. It literally said, brings an awareness that something needs attention. Your body is in need of attention, and until you start paying attention, you are going to feel these emotions, and it is going to run you, and you are going to feel like, again, you are losing your purpose, which also leads to the fire card, which is about this sense of purpose, sense of self. So again, if you are feeling lazy, baby, try to because I get that feeling, because lazy, we sometimes confuse our relaxation with laziness. So we've got to make sure that you can be lazy with your body as well, of not taking care of it, of not hydrating it as much as you need to, of not feeding it properly. Maybe you're not stretching, you're not meditating, you are not getting enough sleep, you're not actually allowing yourself to like sit for a pause, for a break. That is being lazy with your body. That is just not really caring about your body. You're just on go mode and you're just moving. And then you're wondering why you're waking up with pain, or why you're walking and all of a sudden you feel this way. Or when this happens and you need to make a decision, you're getting fearful. It's because you have been lazy with the body. You have not been paying attention to what it is crying out and saying, I need this. If your back is hurting, why are you continuously doing back breaking work? You know, it's kind of think a little bit more. Accept what you can't control, but you can't control your body. And right now you're trying to distract your mind in a sense, and then it's causing laziness and allowing that to be the afterthought. Okay. Okay. So we have Malachites, Epodites, Halidor, and Zensite. Okay. The next one that we have are your energetic and transformational flow and then intuitive emotions. Okay, we're going to do energetic and transformational flow. This is the energy that you are currently omitting. Yes, omitting inside of yourself, and that is what you are using to transform your life. That is what you are using to have as a transformational focus. You're harnessing that energy and using that to transform. So we have proud. Okay, proud comes from a sense of knowing, of purpose, right? You want to be proud of yourself, which is why that change, that turning point is going to happen as soon as you accept. On a physical, emotional side of releasing and letting go and letting things happen, it allows you that true energy of being proud, and now you can go full force, right? Go full force with the love, go full force with the career, with the thought, with the actions, with the purpose, with the movement, the moment, everything. It is something to be proud of. It reminds me of Eight of Pentacles. It allows you to hold and be and stand back like, that's my work. Yes, I did that. Yes, I cultivated that. Yes, I do this. Yes, I work there. Yes, I am this. It allows you to be proud. Yes, I look like this. Yes, I am, proud. Pride. Says pride is the self-dignified nature of those who are certain of themselves. It is deep-rooted in the heart. However, there is a fine line of duality within pride that asks for deeper awareness. Again, leading back to the veil, the inner acceptance, things of that sort, okay? The shadow side of pride can create rigidity, which can keep us from walking the heart's true path. So, again, it's that tip of the scale. It's like, yes, I love you are very prideful in your work. I love it. Like, you take pride in your work. You're very confident. But it can teeter on that if you're not actually allowing yourself that actual awareness of growth continuously. Okay? Ooh, excuse me. We have citrine, sapphire, shivaligma, and turquoise, right? This will help you with tapping into being more proud of yourself, allowing yourself to actually relax and take a little bit moment with yourself in that pause and that reflection, especially with the week of gathering the information, then actually receiving the information and being able to accept it, having to release actually. Now you actually have to go through this and let it out and push it through. And now you can actually cultivate something that you feel like you can be proud of. And that's also putting yourself out into the light while accepting your shadow, while knowing yourself. The next one that we have is intuitive emotion. This is your intuition, your guidance, your subconscious, your inner self, your morals, things of that sort. We have empathetic, okay? Empathy is great to have. It's putting yourself in another person's shoes, trying to understand them, seeing a way you can help them, be there for them. It's just a means of make sure that you're not taking on their issues, consuming that and never digesting it, right? It's a means of just being there for the person. I understand this. If I don't understand this, I'm here for you. I'm with you. I'm around you. I'm a good support, right? We don't want to take something on just because we are understanding of something, okay? Empathy allows us to have an understanding of what another person is experiencing. Empathetic people are sensitive and aware of energies emanated by people or the environment around them. However, sometimes the energy can be felt acutely in the body, and we may absorb too much of another person's pain or trauma. Again, not everybody has empathy, okay? Working in customer service for years, being a human for years, not everybody has empathy. It is quite clear, okay? It is not something, but being able to be empathetic and very sure and empathetic, and if we're adding in the proud of being in that sense of self, sometimes when we have a sense of self, we start to understand others as an extension of us, but also separate from us, right? That detachment with attachment, right? In a sense of, I understand this, like like that. So it means that make sure that we're not taking that on and consuming that so deeply, so dearly, and too much, right? To the point where we're now like, I'm doing this because of this person. I'm doing this because of this person. I'm doing this because of this person. And you don't even realize that you're doing this because of this person, because empathy is an intuitive emotion that we have. It's instinctual, right? We want to. That is what we want to do. So it's in a means of like, oh, I'm doing this. And it's like, why are you, huh? It's like, make sure that you're not taking it on. And it's like that can lead to also pain and things of that sort, because now you're carrying that person with you. And you're trying to experience what that person is experiencing, and you can't. You can feel those emotions, that's great, but you'll never be able to experience them and feel them as that person. Okay? So, we have hemimorphite, chrysanthemum stone, spinel, and pink halite. Okay? So those are some that will help you with the emotions for the week and allowing yourself to be around and be centered and go through this shift and change without feeling like you have to take on everything of everyone while you are that. Because with the psychic card, you will be extra sensitive, no matter if that was in regards to career or not, and how to get what you want and actually accomplish it and achieve it. You're going to be quite honed in on that for a lot of things as well. Now we're going to get into love for the week. Beautiful. You can tell what side of my face I sleep on, huh? Alright. Spirit, what do we have for love for the week? We have family. Oh, the Cancer moon is in Cancer. Which is pretty cool. So we have family, which is about connections with family chosen and over blood. It is about having better communication with family, having an understanding of family, maybe just being surrounded with your family, hanging out with them, going on a trip, an event, whatever it is, right? We have fear of failure. Ooh. Spirit, what is fear of failure all about for this week? What's going on with that? What's going on with fear of failure, Spirit? Do you have a fear of failure around your family? Do you have a fear of being a failure? Do you feel like you live more up to your family standards and what they expect from you and what they need from you? Is that why we have family and fear of family? Right? Maybe you don't talk to your family. Maybe you want to talk to your family. Maybe you don't really share as much information. I'm not sure what that is. We do have also short-term connection. This could be... No? Yeah. So we do have short-term connection, and that is letting me know that this could be like a connection that it doesn't stay for too long. Like you have a fear of the relationship failing, I'm hearing, as well. And or you being the failure, not living up to something or not being able to do something. And sometimes it causes a short-term connection continuously with the family. And or you are going to meet new family, I'm hearing, like family that you didn't even know that you had, which that's not surprising having a daddy like mine. But having a short-term connection with them, maybe meeting them or seeing them, or maybe meeting them beforehand and not being able to actually experience them. And now that is allowing something deeper. And it's probably like a fear of failure, of maybe that not actually lasting as long as you wanted to, which leads to the 2448 card. Maybe it really is just a means of redirecting and guiding and gathering a little bit more information. So this fear of failure with the family and short term is just letting me know that, again, in regards to family, if there's fear involved and we just deal with the physical emotion card of fear, make sure that we are getting to the root of the reason of why. Right, because if it's a means of not being in regards to them and not being able to communicate and fix it, and that can also be why it's short term, whatever it is, just allow that to happen. Okay, with family, it is very, very like chosen or not, very, very in there. Okay, so the next one we have someone new. This is someone in regards to romantic, in a sense, someone new, someone fun, some exciting, someone that adds a little spark, a little fire, a little light to your life, I'm hearing. And then we also have relocating. So maybe taking a trip and that's where you see the person. Maybe you are relocating and that's when you meet the person. Maybe you see somebody, maybe they want to take you on a trip, things of that sort. So relocating is just a means of regards of like, this is somebody just like, this is really great and phenomenal. I'm really loving it. And we also have amazing sex, which is really great, which means always like amazing sex. It was amazing sex means it was amazing for me and it was amazing for you. It's nice. It was nice, okay? So we have someone new, so allowing that in. And we also have give it time, which is the last card that we have. So give it time, right? If you're like, oh, I met someone that this is it, this is the moment, give it time, allow it to develop to that, right? Maybe they don't want to whisk you off right away. Maybe you're not even gonna, you're not gonna be risk off right away. You know what? Look at your life, do you? Not mine. But allow it, just give it time, right? If you're wanting this, just give it a little time. If you're already in a relationship, or you're already talking to somebody, or you're thinking about becoming in a relationship, or going out and just talking to people, give it time, because there will be someone new, and there will be a lot of traveling involved, and or again, you will be moving and are thinking of moving, and that's where you find somebody, and amazing sex to be had. Okay, so that's that we have for love for the week in regards to family and romance. Okay. In regards, Spirit is saying keep that heart open and ready for healing, because that is also where you heal, is in the heart as well, and that healing and taking all that in it, okay? Let's go ahead and see what is and isn't working, and then we'll probably wrap it out. We're just going to see what is and isn't working for us for the week. Wow, the sun done come out to my room. Bet you'll find another. That's tomorrow. What isn't working for the collective, Spirit, for this week? What isn't and won't work for the collective this week? We have Octopus trying to be all up in the business, all up in the mix, always sharing, always be incorporating in things that's probably not going to work out for you. It's great to be like, you know, seen and around the company of other people, but you don't need to always share and communicate. But don't worry, we're going to get deeper into what isn't working. Anything else that isn't working for the collective or won't work for the collective this week? We have the Deer. So the Deer is about pregnancy, abundance coming, you know, a new development, new ideas, which is also what the cards were about for the Proverbs as well. So time to get to that feminine energy and being more nurturing and caring to that into your body, into self. So maybe that's, yeah. What is working? What is working this week for the collective? What is and will work this week for the collective? What is and will work? What is and will work for the collective this week? Spirit, speak now. We got the Peacock, which is about inner beauty, which is about digesting. They literally say digesting and consuming and taking out what is not necessary. Again, that's that release. Consume what you need to consume so that way you can nourish your body for your growth. Nourish yourself. Again, your body, all those physical cards was in pain, was in hurt. Your body is worn out. It's tired. You need to consume what you need. Accept the situation. Accept whatever it is so that way, again, that also allows you to, with the veiled, allow you actually to take in the information you need. But if you're holding on to shit that you don't need, it's quite hard. And that's also why shit isn't being shared, okay? So that is what's going to work. What else is... We got the Zebra. The Zebra is about being seen, shown, out there, expressive. And it's also fire. Tapping into the fire. So we got fire and air. What is working, water and earth, and what isn't. You have every element. That's powerfully amazing. Isn't that amazing for you? I think so. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so again, we're going to go ahead and go in elemental order. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Deer. So the Deer, the key words for the Deer is loving, intuitive, graceful, and the mother. Okay? Again, it represents the feminine aspects. It says it is about quiet tenderness to self and to others. Again, it's an inner beauty that radiates in a sense of grace that calms the room. But if you are fearful, that can also lead to anxiety. If you are, if you are fearful, if you are not accepting, if you are in pain, it doesn't allow you to be all of those things, right? It just kind of bleeds out into the room, and or just says when there is a birth or celebration of new life that draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion, is when this card will show up. So again, allowing yourself that, because your body needs it. Your body really needs it. It is calling out in pain of what needs attention, what needs focus. Okay? So he says, when you're in balance, you are receptive, you are compassionate, and you are nurturing. You are ready to receive what isn't and isn't for you. You're ready to move forward. You are ready for growth. You are ready for challenges. You are ready for expansion. You are ready to be a novice again. You are ready for all of these things. You're ready to receive blessings. You are ready to receive joy and good luck. You are ready to take those things on and in. So understanding and the acknowledgement of that is the truth, okay? You are compassionate with others and yourself, which is allowing you that patience, which is allowing you that rest. It's okay, Juna. Relax. Which is allowing that... Juna. Nuna, come here. It's okay. No. You're good. You're good. You're okay. Okay. You good? Yeah, you did a good job. Okay. Always be kind to the animals. So allow yourself that compassion. Allow yourself to recognize that, okay, maybe I need a little bit of gentle. Why am I talking to myself like this? Why am I acting about myself? Why haven't I done this for myself lately? Why am I neglecting myself? Why am I not nurturing me in my soon-to-be abundance and manifestation? Because how am I going to be able to take on the good? Because that still does carry some certain type of weight of being able to uphold that stability for the 48 for generations to come. If I'm feeling like there wasn't really an actual turning point of 24. So when you're out of balance, you are concerned, which is fearful, and protective, right? Which is that kind of that laziness, that kind of empatheticness, that kind of pulling into that, okay? So to bring into balance nature and children, which is at least the nature spirit, and allowing you back out where you want at least the air and the fire, right? Taking all that in, and children, which is animals are children. And you don't want to deal with actual kids. And or be a little bit more kinder if you have your kids. A little more gentle, a little bit more compassionate. Right? A little bit more nurturing. Go out in nature. Okay? Then we're going to go ahead and go to the octopus. The keywords to the octopus are reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction, which again, when you're feeling empathetic, you're feeling protected, you feel like you got to do all this, and you overstep your boundary, you get in a mix with everybody, right? It says, the octopus intertwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They're just blah, 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 all over the place, right? And it's just like you feel like that's a way of sharing in your knowledge and your love, when there's ways of holding in on boundaries within yourself. Because if you don't have boundaries and you're just like, oh, I'm always sharing, I'm always doing this, why aren't other people doing it? Why aren't other people not like this? It's because maybe you don't have boundaries, but these people do, right? And that can, when you don't have boundaries or a sense of what you do or don't want or won't want to or don't accept, right? Or just what you do keep for yourself, it kind of leads to a sense of, where am I going? I'm all over the place like an octopus, but you're always reaching out, you're always yearning. You have all these arms. It says they believe that's what means to be close. Okay? If you spending time with someone and you feel drained or uneasy, okay, that means the octopus is at play. It means that maybe it's like this overextend. Maybe you're taking on a little bit too much, which leads to the empathy card. Maybe I feel like I have to overshare. It's just like this thing of like, maybe they don't have boundaries. And it's kind of whatever it is, okay? So, it says be patient. Okay, sorry. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. I can't take that on right now. I can't hear that right now. I'm not ready for that right now. Or I feel like we should do this. Why don't we do? It's a means of allowing yourself, or just start saying no. Okay. Says be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. So again, if you're willing to work with this person, again, if we're thinking about the family card and that short-term connection, that fear of failure, it's a means of maybe of not thinking of it in that way of just like, is this something that can go past the short term, or will it just be short term? And if we're thinking about with the person romantically in our career, it's a means of being firm with those boundaries. No, I'm not accepting that. Why would I take that offer? No, I'm not doing that for that. No, I'm not doing. No, you're allowed to do that. It allows those boundaries again. So now Spirit is like, we're gonna knock that off. You're not gonna have to deal with that, because that allows you not to deal with bullshit anymore when you're not so willingly to not have boundaries or focus. Okay. So, with the understanding and acknowledgement, it's a car driving by. With the understanding and acknowledgement of that, we have, when in balance, you are interested in other people. Without having to take it on, you're interested in other topics and growth and expansion. You are engaged in the conversation. You're engaged in self. You understand all of your body and all what it has, like the flower, like the water and the flow of the fluidity of it all. And you also have intelligent. You are knowledgeable. You are able to recognize where you can and can't go, right? A beautiful, beautiful, vibrant brain, okay? So when you are in balance with that, that's what you are. When you're out of balance, which is currently what we're going through, you are needy, you are clingy, and you lack courage, which leads back to that fearful, which leads back to the empathetic, which leads back to that I want to take pride in one's work, but sometimes that can just lead to being prideful and doing things for other people, right? So bring it to balance, space to oneself, and talk therapy. Okay, you can Google talk therapy. How I take talk therapy is just either talking with someone that you like really can trust and rely on. It can be talking to yourself, talking to the journal, just writing things out. We're talking to a therapist. It can be talking to yourself, just period. And then space to oneself is just going out in nature, taking that last one, going out in nature and being by yourself. Okay. The next one that we have is going to be the zebra, which is fire. I think zebra's a little bit, yep. So we have eccentric, creative, and visionary. This is what is working for you. You being so out there, you not having any downs, any means, you just being yourself. It says they're the most precious of gems. They are young at heart. Again, you are a novice. Again, you're starting over. It's new. You're ready for it. You're excited to fuck up. Okay? It says be prepared. The potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldwide view while having a blast. So again, that relocating, that traveling can be coming up. It could have been a business deal. Maybe that connection. And if you're having sex, landing my business. But you get what I'm saying? It's that relocating and maybe making that move for that can lead to love as well. So taking that in, it says zebras like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This may be a hint to pack your bags. Maybe you're taking a service trip. Maybe you're doing a year. Maybe you're going to volunteer somewhere. But whatever it is, it's about being back out there and just putting yourself out there and being seen, which is also about the peacock. Like I said, it's going to be a means of you being seen or embracing your shadow. So when you are in balance, when it's going to work for you and how it is going to continue to work for you is worldly. Being out there ready to just take it in and consume properly and take what you don't need, okay? You're just out there, you're ready to experience the world, you're ready to travel, you're ready to help, you're ready to just be seen. You are enthusiastic, okay? You are happy. You're just like a zebra. You are fashion forward, right? You can put it all together. You're self-assured, which is that fire, right? That energy that I know my purpose. I know myself. I'm very aware. I got this. It's good. Fashion forward, right? You're up on the trends, whether that be I'm hearing on like actual fashion of like clothes or actual fashion of like home decor or where to move next. It's like this thought of always being fashion forward, right? Then when you are out of balance, you are jaded, which means you are biased, kind of one-sided, leaning to one thing. You are pouty, kind of like a little brat. And you are vain, very into yourself. To bring into balance an epic adventure or art, which can also help you. Maybe going out into nature, being with yourself, having a really fucking epic adventure, and enjoying some art. Okay. The last one that we have, which is also going to work, is the peacock. Okay, which is about inner beauty, compassion, again, assimilator of anything, right? So it is unrivaled. The beauty of the peacock is, it says it can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche, right? The body always remembers, okay? The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of self in others. That's what's going to work. That's what's pushing it. That's what's driving it. And that's the best part. That's the beauty. That's the fire feeding the air, right? And that's the cards that we also got for career. It's that fire feeding the air, right? When you are in balance, you are confident, you are kind. When out of balance, you can't digest situations, which is, again, the exact same fearful one and the pain one said. So to bring it to balance, meditation on navel. Okay? So that what is and is not working for this week. Tap into that. Understand that. Work on those things. Take a fucking trap. Bucket. The world is burning around us anyway. Might as well bring a little life and love into it while you're still here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and gather some final messages, and then that'll round it about and close it out, okay? She went back. All right, Spirit. What final messages do you have for the collective for the week? Your insecurities are showing. Communication is coming in. Shut up and listen. So with your insecurities, again, that can be just your body, that pain, that receptors, how you're feeling about yourself, that fear. Those are insecurities that you need to tap into, that deep dive. Or it could be with your career, your work life, your money, your finances, being insecure in a relationship with that. And it's showing. So allowing yourself, again, to go to that veiled information and diving deeper in and pushing that forward, that allows you the truth. But in order for communication to actually come in, communication is coming into your body, to your mind, to your view, your focus. You need to shut up and listen and pay attention. And that's where the meditation comes in. That's where allowing yourself that time to relax your body comes in. It's not feeling like it's on hyper mode or survivor mode or healing mode or doing any of that. No, it's the realization of no, taking that break, taking that adventure, doing that, allowing yourself that art, that expression, that is also clearing of your mind, and that also allows communication to come in. We have failure to commit, which will make sense because that can lead to insecurities. When we don't commit to ourselves, we feel we're insecure in ourselves because we feel like we can't rely on ourselves because we haven't been relying on ourselves. So the more that we allow ourselves to rely on ourselves, trust our intuition, trust ourselves, trust our thought, trust our direction, our boundaries, our plans, whatever it is, it allows a lot more truth in that. Living out that stick up your ass must be uncomfortable. Again, that pain, that fear, that I'm worried, I'm trying to be so empathetic, which leads to overprotectiveness, and now I'm in everybody's business and I can't think. It allows for a lot. Allow yourself to take that shit out so that way you can shit everything out as well, because you need to digest and take it in. We have third party. There could be an outside force and or an outside person. Again, that veil of why things are and are not going the way that you are expecting it to go, and or why you had to release that or let that go. Okay? We also have, you already know the answer, stop asking. This is in regards to the question that you continuously ask. I'm hearing about in regards to love and the relationships. Drop it, let it go, slide that card to the side. You already know the answer. Stop asking. Whether it be friendship, whether it be family, whether it be career or business, you already know the answer. Stop asking with that relationship. We have, you're stronger than you know. Take that into realization. Take that into recognition. Okay? You are stronger than you know. We have 888, abundance flowing in. Again, that is coming. It is coming. It is coming. But are you truly prepared to take it? Are you truly ready to take that in, to take that on? Okay? You have 888, abundance flowing in. You have to recognize that you're stronger than you know, and sometimes you have to be strong enough to recognize we can release some shit. We have there's food at home, which means there's nourishment inside of self, inside of your mind, which leads to past life. Okay, there's food at home in regards to the love that you want to give others. You can also give to yourself that compassion, that nurturing, that giving that grace with self, and also allowing yourself to still be empathetic with others. Okay, so this has been your reading for the week. Okay, take it in, take it on, take it strong, and shit out what you don't. Okay, I love you guys. I hope that you guys love yourselves more. Please like, comment, share, or subscribe so that way this channel continue to thrive. Okay, I do these readings live on my Instagram at Leticia_Moon every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and also on special moon days, which will be Wednesday. So, all right, I love you guys. Until next time.